Hey everybody, welcome back to Jordan Samuel Skin Talks. Now if I am correct, which I'm usually not with these videos, this is probably going to be the end of January, which can you believe it? And if it is the end of January, we really probably should have announced our UK launch and should be coming to the UK soon, hopefully. Finally. Anyway, okay, I'm combining two thoughts today, jumping right in. Yes, okay, two thoughts today. So, you seem to like my calm down videos, and this is going to be another calm down video. But I really feel like it amazes me because sometimes when I think that like, oh, maybe we've calmed down or maybe we've gone far enough, I see something, I'm like, oh no, we're still pushing it. I know I talked a lot this month, especially being January, about that really great at-home skincare routine, right? 24/7, 365, 366 this year. It's a leap year this year. Anyway, great cleansing twice a day, sometimes double cleansing, exfoliation, hydration, antioxidants, SPF, great massage, you know, possibly getting treatments if we can, but just that, those are the building blocks of a really great, healthy skin, okay? If you skip a cleanse, I know I've talked about this before, if you miss your evening cleanse, hard work has not been thrown down the drain, not been, because you throw things down the drain, has not gone down the drain. Just pick back up, you know, where you came from. Same with like trying to fit in a cleanse at the gym, but I'm seeing people who now are somehow cleansing 4 times a day because they cleanse when they get up, but then to do a whole routine, but then they'll immediately go to the gym, work out, then remove the product again, cleanse again, and then they'll apply the product again, then they'll go about their work day, then they'll come home, and possibly if they're going out, redo their whole face again, and then come home and then do another. You are then over cleansing, which is honestly, in my opinion, more detrimental than under cleansing. You are stripping the skin, you are applying too many different lotions and potions and products that the skin just can't vibe with. I think you're wasting hard-earned money at that point by applying so much product like that, and it doesn't need to be that. You can figure things out, but I just feel like we've gone too far with over-cleansing and the need to do a full routine and the need to do this, the need to do that. Working out with nothing on your skin is fine, I promise you it's fine. You're not gonna be... I work out with nothing on my skin all the time, and if I do have something on my skin, it's the Hydrate Facial Serum. But you start sweating, it's gonna come off your face immediately. You're wiping your towel, or you're wiping with a towel, you're wiping product off. There's no point to me in going that far down the rabbit hole with your skincare routine. Let's just settle. Like, I just feel like the skin knows what to do inherently. It does have its processes. It does exfoliate itself, desquamate, it does, the dead cells do remove. Yes, it slows down as we age. Yes, we need to stimulate it. We need to cleanse it, we need to wear SPF. I know this has been my mantra for a long time, but I just feel like we keep pushing boundaries of doing too much to the skin, and then we're confused when the skin is red and irritated and inflamed and all those other things. So this is more of, if you're wondering that and you're overdoing it, take a step back. I mean, that's one of the first signs of like an over cleansing or an over exfoliation is if you wake up and very easily, or after you cleanse, the skin is really red and blotchy, but you haven't used a hot water or anything like that, or a stripping cleanser. Chances are you probably just over time have over cleansed or over exfoliated, barriers disrupt it, skin is hot, skin is irritated, it's gonna be reacting to everything. So you're gonna need to sort of like take that down a notch. On that note, it is sort of the way of the world right now with Google and regurgitation of information, whether correct or not, and too much information. And I see people comment and get really mad about an Inky list, and knowing firsthand from working obviously on my brand that what they're saying is incorrect, and they won't be talking about my brand, they'll be talking about another brand, but I cringe because I don't want to step in, because it's not my place to step in as another brand, but the information's wrong. What they're saying is simply wrong. And I do feel like, I'm not saying, you know, go blindly in and just believe everything. I think you should absolutely educate yourself, but just because it is on the internet, it is not true. I promise you. I promise you. Lab Muffin Science on YouTube. I'm sure so many of you follow her, but if you don't, she has a PhD in cosmetic chemistry or in chemistry, but she's a cosmetic chemist. The amount of information she has is great. She busts myths all the time. I am constantly learning from her, because that's the other thing too. Not everybody, and this is true, not everybody has all the information. And even when you have all the information, things can go haywire. I can know that like X, Y, and Z might react to my skin, but something else does, and then all of a sudden my skin is having a reaction to a product, or I recommend a product to somebody and they react. There's so many variables to situations, to education, that you cannot take anything at face value. You do have to try it for yourself. That is why our tagline is choreograph your own skincare routine, and I have that great video with Renee Gothamista on Instagram and YouTube, but it's on YouTube, of sort of looking at your skin and how you can start to choreograph your own skincare routine. I highly recommend watching that if you've not seen it. We break down a lot of the common things, whether sensitivity or dehydration or oiliness or breakouts, checking in with your skin each morning to then create this great skin health routine, and not relying on this blanket statement information, which could potentially be just completely untrue and false, which I've seen so many times, or could be possibly correct, but maybe not for you, maybe not in that circumstance. So I do just want to say, make sure you are getting information, you are staying informed, but you are not closing your ears and eyes to other people who are in the industry. And this is the other thing too, talk to estheticians and dermatologists and chemists, please. Because plastic surgeons as well. Those are people that are dealing with the chemicals, the ingredients, the skin, the skincare, and those are the people that are actually, as my friend Larry Massey says with hair, in the trenches, literally in the trenches, dealing with it, seeing how things react, not just on their own skin, but on hundreds and thousands of others. You know, that's like Nerida. She's done over 100,000 facials. The woman knows skin. Same thing, like I go to a chemist if I need a question answered about an ingredient or about the pH of something or about something else, because that's their job. And so I think we know that, but I think in this realm of influencer slash noise, it can get really, really tricky. There are many people that are not part of that grouping that I just said that have a ton of great information, but again, it's hard to figure out. So take everything, and I say that too with myself, take everything with a grain of salt, because I'm not seeing you in person, I'm not touching your skin, and there's too many recommendations and too many things going on out there. So, you know, a little bit of education now that you just happen to read online can completely put your skincare routine in a crazy place if you're not truly in touch with your own skin. I know I sort of combined those two things, if I think we've gone too far, but it was sort of in line. I just wanted to get those two thoughts into one video. Especially this, it didn't turn out this way, but I feel like January has become sort of a very like clean slate. Let's look at your routine. Let's keep the basics going. Let's keep things nice and straightforward, which I'm into that. I like that for January. But I hope you all had a wonderful January. And until next time, until February 2020, thank you for watching. Bye.